we just had a great race car. We've had a great race car since we got here, and especially, when I messed up the car for shootout, and all three teams dug in together and got us a car put back together that almost won the shootout too the other night was testimony how hard this organization's worked. But we got a great group at Stewart Racing that's done a great job getting this car ready, and good horsepower from Hendrick Engines. So really, really proud of both groups, and really proud of this guy next to us. I mean, he hasn't been with us very long, and he's just done an awesome job of getting acclimated to a whole new organization and a whole new group of guys, and bringing two really good race cars down here so far this week.
Steve Addington, congratulations. I guess victory number one for you with Stewart Racing. And how does that feel?
Feels great. Like Tony said, everybody in the organization has just welcomed me with open arms and has got in there and done everything that I've asked of them, and just told me whatever I need that they'd get it done for me. And I think that that is just the reason I came here, is because there's a bunch of racers there, and we just want to go win races, and I'm pretty happy about my decisions.
Well, congratulations to the number 14 team. We'll take questions. Let's go first to the press box. Go ahead, press box.
Jeff Owens, Scene Daily. Tony, did you see Danica's crash behind you, and what were your impressions of the way she raced today in the draft?
I got to see a replay of it, but I didn't see how it started. I just saw in the mirror on the last lap, saw her car making a hard left there. So obviously, when it turns that hard that you got help, but didn't know what the start of that was. But, I kept looking in my mirror to see what was going on behind me and see where she was at. And the good thing with a fluorescent green car, she's easy to pick out. So, but it was really impressive to watch how she just kept picking her way through the field. And I think she got up to 6th at one point, the way I saw it. So I thought she did a good job. But like I said, I think I'll get a better shot to understand exactly how her race went when I get a chance to see the replay of the whole race. But the little bit I could see, I thought she did a good job, and there wasn't any doubt in my mind that she would do that. It's just, it's hard for her right now because she's trying to gain the confidence of the guys that's around her, that she's solid and going to make good decisions and not just going to pull the pin every time she gets an opportunity to break out a line. So, I think there's more aggression in her and more confidence in her than what she showed here today. But it shows her poise and how she's trying to make the right decisions to gain the other driver's confidence right now.
Okay, let's come back downstairs now. We'll go to Bruce. We'll go to Kim, and then Dean.
Bruce Martin, SI.com. Tony, on the restart at the end of the race, when you lost the lead briefly, but how much confidence did you have when you got it back so easily over here on the backstretch?
Felt like being on the bottom was probably the better spot to be in, to be honest, and Kevin Harvick was an awesome teammate for me today. I mean, we, having a Team Chevy driver behind us was a big key. So, Kevin and I have always worked well together, and especially at the restrictor plate tracks. So having him with us was kind of a good, comforting feeling, knowing that he was with us on the inside there. But I mean, it was hard. They got a pretty good run on the outside, but he was able to get caught back up to us, and once he got there, we drove on from the pack there. So felt good that we had two good Chevys there.
Go ahead, Kim.
Kim Robertson, InsiderRacingNews.com. For Tony, and he's completely engrossed in the race.
I'm listening to what you're saying, and believe it or not, I've learned to chew gum and walk at the same time. It's amazing.
I'm impressed.
If I didn't have a car in this race, I wouldn't pay attention at all, but I am listening to what you're saying.
Oh, no, that's fine. I just find it entertaining.
So do a lot of people, I'm sure.
I know.
Do you have a question?
Yes, I do.
I'm anxiously awaiting it.
Okay. You have 17 wins at this track, but no Daytona 500. You have now a first and a second this week at this track. How much momentum is that going to give you for Sunday, and what are your biggest challenges going into Sunday?
Well, obviously the fact that we've won 17 times here and not one on the right day is proof that it's good momentum, but it's no guarantee, obviously. But, it's nice to come here, and especially for Steve and I, being our first race together, to be able to come out and have two really good strong and solid races back-to-back is an awesome start for us. But, it's good momentum for the crew and everybody at Stewart Racing to just carry that momentum from last year. So, it gives you confidence going into Sunday, but you know, we only raced against half the field in this qualifier, so we got the other half going off now, and just trying to see how strong those guys are. And you know, it's a long race on Sunday, and a lot can happen. So you know, even though we had success today, it's no guarantee that can happen Sunday. But I think we showed the rest of the field that we've got a car that has good speed, and that's a really strong point, just like Trevor Bain showed last year, that he had a strong car, and so people wanted to go with him. So hopefully that'll work for us on Sunday too. Yes, ma'am.
Let's go to Dean and then Lewis.
Dean McNulty, Toronto's son. Tony, were you at all nervous? But you said after the shootout that you knew you were a sitting duck in front of Kyle Busch. Did you have any nervous moments being out front on that last lap?
Well, the hard part was I got a really good push from Kevin that got us back in the lead there from third, and the hard part is that when it got us up there, they separated us, and that easily could have got us freight train to the back. But where Kevin was, and he ended up just being too wide with Dale Jr., and that kind of pulled both of their momentum. And you know, my spotters tell me to get hooked back up with Kevin, and to me, I thought it was better just to keep the momentum going, and I thought they might be able to keep each other tied up, but I felt like that. Unless they just got a really big run, that we were going to be able to pick which line got going, and you know, be able to hopefully protect and stay leading that line. So felt like we were better off trying to just keep the momentum than trying to break it and get hooked up with Kevin again and take a chance on you know, getting passed by a bunch of guys, not having that opportunity again.